Every evening when the sun goes low, I set the table like I used to know. 2 cups out, though I drink alone. Old habits linger, they won't go. Your chair still faces the window light, where you'd sit and talk most nights. Funny how love learns to stay long after it's walked away. I cook the meals you love the best, like somehow that might ease my chest. I hear your laugh in the radio on songs we played so long ago. I don't cry like I did before, just breathe a little heavier than normal folks. Missing you ain't loud or new, it's quiet, steady and true. Time keeps telling me to choose between forgetting and the truth. I still set a place for you by the window, same old view. I don't know why, I just do. Some love don't learn to leave you. If you ever come back through, I won't ask where you've been to. I'll just pour the coffee slow, like I always hoped I'd do. The neighbors say I should move on, say the past is dead and gone. But they didn't love you plain, they didn't learn your name. I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just holding on to what I had. Some hearts heal, some stay sore, mine just remembers more. I've changed a little, I suppose, learned how to carry quieter loads. But every night when the house gets still, I feel you closer than I will. If love's a lesson hard and true, then losing you was part of it too. But even lessons leave a trace that never quite erases. If fate ever turns you around and brings your wheels back through this town, I still set a place for you, not from weakness, not from youth, just from love I never outgrew, and promises I meant to keep. If tomorrow never comes and you stay where you belong, I'll still sit here gentle and slow, set in one place I know. They said the road would change my mind, give me peace I couldn't find. Said I'd lose what held me down if I just left this little town. I packed my bags, I tried to run, chase the rise and setting sun. But every mile just played its part, the road didn't take my heart. I saw places bright and new, lived a life I never knew. But every laugh felt secondhand, Every dream slipped through my hands. I danced where nobody knew my name. Loved a little, felt the same. All that motion, all that start. The road didn't take my heart. You can move your feet anywhere, but love don't travel light. The road didn't take my heart. It stayed behind from the start, with a man who loved me plain, and a town that knew my pain. I crossed lines, I played my part, but distance never made it smart. I learned the truth the hard, hard way. The road didn't take my heart. I came back older, slower now, with softer eyes and humble vows. This town ain't changed, it just forgave, like it always knew I'd stay. Your face showed lines I helped create, by leaving love alone to wait. If I broke you in the dark, I'm sorry, the road didn't take my heart. I don't ask you to forget, or pretend there's no regret. I just stand here honest, true, owning what I put you through. If you can't love me anymore, I'll accept what's left in store. But I had to speak my part. The road didn't take my heart. If you ever doubt my claim, look me in the eye again. The road didn't take my heart, it only showed me where you are. All the miles, all the years led me back through hope and fear. If you let me make it right, I'll love you slow the rest of life. I don't need the world to start. The road didn't take my heart. Some roads teach you where you belong. Your road didn't take my heart. This town don't change, it just grows old, like stories that don't get told. Paint peels off the courthouse wall, but it's still standing after all. They ask me why I never left, why I stayed with what was left. I smile and let them wonder why some answers don't reply. I've watched the seasons take their turn, watched some hearts break, some hearts learn. I learned mine the hardest way, by loving you and letting you stray. Every road that you went down left a silence in this town, but silence taught me how to pray in ways words never say. Not everything that stays is weak, some roots go deeper than they seem. The wind knows why I stayed. It heard every promise we made. It carried your name away, but it left me here the same. If loving you was my mistake, then it's one I'll always take. The world may never understand, but the wind knows why I stay. I've known men kinder, men more more sure, but loving them felt less than pure. They tried to fit me in their plans, but didn't take my hand. I don't need someone new to see what you already saw in me. Some loves don't fade with time, they just turn quiet in your mind. If you ever think of me when the nights won't let you sleep, no, I ain't living in regret, just a love I won't forget. I don't wait by the door no more, I just listen to the floor, creaking like it always does, speaking truths it never was. If God ever lets us cross again, I'll smile like an old friend. The wind knows why I stayed through every lonely, tender day. It saw me break, it saw me brave. It knows the price I paid. I didn't stay because I was afraid. I stayed for love, pure and plain. The world can guess, the world can say, but the wind knows why I stay. Some loves don't move on, they just grow roots.
I pulled over just to feel the quiet settle in the wheel. The engine ticking, night too wide, stars just hanging like they got time. I've been driving straight for days, trying not to feel the weight, but loneliness rides shotgun still. So I pulled over just to feel. There's a picture in my wallet, edges worn, smile half gone. She used to say I was running even when I said I wasn't gone. I told her love would slow me down, but I never learned how. Funny what the heart reveals when you pull over just to feel. You can drown out pain with speed, but silence makes you see. I pulled over just to feel what I've been dodging on these wheels. Every regret, every deal I made with myself. I ain't weak, I ain't afraid, just tired of running away. Sometimes healing don't come fast, you gotta stop to feel the past. I've outrun dawn, outrun night, but truth don't scare that easy. It waits for you at the shoulder when you're too worn out to be busy. There's something honest in the dark when you don't know where you are. Just a man, a road and steel, and nowhere left to shield. If I make it back someday, I'll drive slower, choose my words. Love deserves a steadier man than the one this road first heard. I ain't asking for a sign, just a little peace of mind. Learning how a man should heal when he pulls over just to feel. If she ever asked about me, tell her I finally stood still. I pulled over just to feel, not to beg and not to kneel, just to face what's real. If tomorrow brings a turn, I'll take it with the lessons learned. Sometimes strength is knowing when to pull over and feel again.
The screen door sings the same old sound. When the evening sun goes down, dust still settles on the floor like it did so many times before. Your coffee cup is still up there on the shelf beside the stair. Funny how the quiet stays long after love has gone away. I folded clothes you never wore, left them hanging by the door. Every mirror in this room still remembers me and you. I talk to walls like they're my friends. They don't rush me, they don't pretend. They just listen while I say I thought you'd come back home someday. Time keeps moving, I stay still, waiting on a memory that will. The house still knows my name, every creak, every frame. It heard my laughter, felt my pain. It knows every prayer I prayed. If love ever leaves a trace, it's written in this place. Even if you're far away, the house still knows my name. Your shadow lingers in the hall, right where autumn light will fall. I swear I hear your boots at night when the wind don't sound quite right. I ain't angry, I ain't strong, just learned how to live alone. Some hearts break clean, some stay the same. Mine still answers when your name. Mama said, child, let it go, but she loved once, so she knows some goodbyes don't fully leave. They just sleep inside of me. I water roses by the fence, like loving you still makes sense. If missing you's a kind of grace, I've learned to wear it every day. Years may change the lines I trace, but not the love I can't replace. The house still knows my name, every tear, every flame. It saw me fall, it saw me stay when the nights all felt the same. If you ever feel the rain falling slow like yesterday, that's just love refusing change. The house still knows my name. If you drive this road again, slow down near the bend. There's a light still on inside that I never let go dark. The house still knows my name. It don't judge, it don't complain. It just holds what still remains of a love I couldn't save. If the past comes calling you and you don't know what to say, just remember somewhere out there, the house still knows my name. I used to miss you loud and hard, like thunder breaking in my heart. Cried your name into the night, prayed till morning, found me tired. But years have taught me softer ways to carry love that couldn't stay. Now I breathe and let it it be. I learned to miss you quietly. Your jacket's gone from off the chair, but I still feel you standing there. In the pause before I sleep, in the promises I keep. I don't beg the stars no more, don't pace the kitchen floor. I just sit with memories, like old friends keeping me company. Some wounds don't bleed forever, they just settle in. I learned to miss you quietly, like rain that falls where no one sees. I don't fight it, I don't cry, I let it pass me gently by. If loving you's a part of me, then I'll wear it honestly. I ain't lonely, I ain't blue, I just miss you quietly. They say time heals everything, but time just taught me different things. Like how to smile and still feel sore, how to love and not ask for more. I hear your voice in passing songs on late night radio alone. It don't hurt like it used to do, it just reminds me I once knew you. I don't need you back again, don't need answers, don't need amends. Some loves aren't meant to stay, they just shape you on the way. If I ever cross your mind, I hope you're gentle, hope you're kind, as kind as I've learned to be while missing you quietly. If fate should bring you near, I won't run, I won't fear. I learned to miss you quietly, without regret or misery. Just a love I won't undo, and memories I still hold true. If the night feels calm and blue, and your name drifts into view, don't you worry, I'll be fine. Missing you quietly.
There's dust on these old roads behind me, names I don't say out loud. Every mile's got a memory, some I'm proud of, some I'm not. I learned young how to keep on moving when staying felt too hard. Left my shadow by the county line with a beat up heart and a borrowed car. Mama said, son, don't run too fast, life ain't kind to restless feet. But I chased the sound of a wider world and left her words in the backseat. Every town looked good at sunset, every promise felt real at night. But by morning I was always gone, still searching for a reason why. Funny how the road teaches truth when there's nothing left to lose. There's dust on these old roads, and it's settled in my bones. Every wrong turn, every scar led me right to who I am. I've loved hard, I've let go, lost some things I should have known. If I'm broken, heaven knows there's dust on these old roads. a girl by a river bend, said forever like I meant it then. But I left when the night felt heavy, thought freedom meant leaving again. I hear her laugh in the radio on songs that ain't just right. Some ghosts don't haunt your sleep, they just walk with you through life. I stood alone at gas station lights, counting change and second chances. Watch my face in the rearview glass, look older than the miles I've passed. I ain't asking for forgiveness or trying to change the past, just laying down my truth tonight on a road that still runs back. You can outrun towns and names, but you can't out who you became. There's dust on these old roads from the places I outgrew. Every goodbye I couldn't say still rides along with you. I've been lost, I've been cold, held my pride too tight to hold. If I'm standing here exposed, there's dust on these old roads. If I ever make it home, I'll drive slower than before. Let the engine cool, let the silence speak of what I was running for. If love's still waiting somewhere, past the bend, past the pain, I'll meet it with an honest heart and a man who's finally changed. There's dust on these old roads, but I ain't ashamed no more. Every mile wrote a line in a story worth the cost. I don't need a cleaner past or a dream that shines like gold, just a place to rest my soul with dust on these old roads.
Mama used to hum old gospel tunes while the evening settled in too soon. Screen doors singing in the summer heat, bare feet dancing on a wooden street. I learned love from watching her hands hold together what the world couldn't stand. She said, girl, don't chase the fast and bright, some hearts shine best in softer light. I fell for a boy with a restless soul, eyes full of dreams, hands full of hope. He promised me more than he could give, but loving him taught me how to live. We said forever like we had time, under borrowed stars and cheap red wine. But some loves are meant to stay, and some just quietly drift away. Now the porch light knows my name, it's seen my joy, it's felt my pain. It's watched me wait, watched me pray for things that never stay the same. If love comes back, I won't complain, but if it don't, I'll be okay. 'Cause the porch light knows my name, and it still shines just the same. Years rolled by like a slow freight train, carried laughter, carried rain. I learned how to sleep alone, still set the table like someone's home. The mirror shows a softer face, a laugh lines time couldn't erase. I don't miss who I used to be, she led me where I needed to be. at night in an old song, playing low end light, steel guitar, crying just like me, telling truths we didn't need to see. But I don't ache the way I did before. Some heartbreaks don't hurt anymore. They just settle like dust in air and remind you love was once there. Now the porch light knows my name. It's seen my joy, it's felt my pain. It's watched me wait, watched me pray for things that never stayed the same. If love comes back, I won't complain, but if it don't, I'll be okay. 'Cause the porch light knows my name, and it still shines just the same. Used to think love meant holding tight, never letting go, never saying goodbye. But now I know some loves are true just for the season they walk with you. Yeah, the porch light knows my name. Every tear, every small reclaim. It's watched me grow, watched me change, still held my heart the same old way. If tomorrow brings love again, I'll open my arms, let it in. 'Cause the porch light knows my name, and it's never gone out on me. So I'll sit right here as the sun goes down in this quiet little country town, with a heart that's learned to stay where the porch light knows my name.
Never needed neon signs or big city bright headlines. Just an old clock on the wall, ticking through it all.
I learned your love in little ways, the meals you made, the words you saved. Some things don't need to shout, they're truer when they're quiet.
I saw forever in your eyes, not fireworks, just steady light. The way you listen, slow and deep, the promises you always keep.
We've said more without a sound than most folks shouting all around. Love like ours don't need to show,
It's felt more than it's known. Our love was written in the quiet, in every moment we survived. In the spaces between the words where hearts speak first. No grand lines,
no dramatic scene, just you and me. Honestly, yeah, our love was written in the quiet,
and that's what makes it wild.
I've failed you more than once or twice, but you stayed through every night. You taught me grace don't keep a score, it just keeps the door.
If the years slow down our steps and memories start to slip, I'll still know you by the way you reach for me.
I'll know you in the dark of dawn, in your breath when the lights are gone, in the way your hand still fits like it always did.
Even when the world moves on and the young love sings new songs, ours will hum low and true like a tune we always knew. Our love was written in the quiet, in every moment we survived. In the spaces between the words where hearts speak first. No grand lines, no dramatic scene, just you and me. Honestly, yeah, love was written in the quiet, and that's what makes it wild. Your love was written in the quiet, just me and you.
Our love was written in the quiet, just me and you.
I was raised on a gravel road where the sun went down slow and low. Daddy's boots by the front door, Mama humming gospel, nothing more.
I learned love from the way she smiled when the world felt rough and wild. But I never knew a heart like mine was waiting on another time.
I grew up where the fields stayed green, morning light like a half-told dream, barefoot running through tall grass, thinking moments like that would last. I prayed for something soft and true, never thought that prayer was you, till your eyes met mine that night by the old porch light, where the river knows our names and the stars don't ever change.
We lay our worries down in the dirt, let the quiet heal what hurt.
Hand in hand, no need to roam, this old road feels like home.
If love's a place we're meant to stay,
meet me where the river stays. Loved before, but it burned too fast, like a summer storm that couldn't last. Every goodbye left a scar, taught me who I really am.
then you laughed in that easy way, like you weren't afraid of yesterday. You didn't ask me to explain, just stood with me in the rain.
I saw the miles behind your eyes, every broken promise, every try, but your hands were steady and kind, like you've been searching your whole life. I don't need diamonds or gold, just a love that grows old. If your heart still trembles sometimes, let mine be the place you hide, where the river knows our names and the stars don't ever change.
We lay our worries down in the dirt, let the quiet heal what hurt.
Hand in hand, no need to roam, this old road feels like home.
If love's a place we're meant to stay,
meet me where the river stays.
if the seasons turn us gray, will you still feel the same?
I'll love you in the fall and spring, through every broken thing.
Time can take its slow, sweet way. I ain't afraid, I ain't afraid.
Where the river knows our names and the night burns soft like flame. We don't need much, just truth and time, your heart and mine. If the world gets loud someday, we'll listen to the water pray.
Forever starts the way love stays, right here where the river stays, right here
Where the river stays.
right here. I've slept under unfamiliar skies, packed my heart in 1,000 goodbyes. Every road said maybe stay, but none of them felt the same. I chased horizons wide and free, but something always pulled on me. Turns out I wasn't lost at all, I was just walking back to you.
I kept the porch light burning low, didn't know when you'd come home. Every season had your name, written softly in the rain.
I learned love ain't holding tight, it's letting go then staying kind. And every mile you wandered through was just a longer road to you. Home is where you are tonight, in your laugh and your eyes. Ain't a place on any map, it's your head on my chest. When the world goes quiet, when the road feels cold and far, I don't care where we are if I'm standing next to you. Home is where you are.
I see forever in the small things, shared old songs, wedding rings, in the way you say my name, like a shelter from the rain.
No big house, no city lights, just steady love and honest nights. I don't need the world to know, I already feel it in my soul.
I'll walk with you through changing days, through harvest moons and empty plains. If the years leave silver trails, I'll still see fire in your gaze.
When my voice gets tired and low, and my hands don't move so slow, I lean into your gentle heart. That's where my strength still starts.
If the storms come rolling in, we'll ride them out like we always did. Side by side, no fear, no doubt. Love's the roof we're living under now.
Home is where you are tonight, in your laugh and your eyes. Ain't a place on any map, it's your head on my chest. When the world goes quiet, when the road feels cold and far, I don't care where we are if I'm standing next to you. Home is
where you are, and I'm already home. Home is where you are.
Home is where you are.
There's a two-lane road behind my house, runs past the fields, past the old red barn. I've driven it since I was 17, chasing dreams I didn't understand. Daddy said, son, don't run too fast. Some things we're keeping don't chase you back. But I was young and full of fire, and didn't know love was the quiet kind. I met you by the county line, sun going down, trucking park. You laughed like you'd been there before, like you already knew my heart. We talked about nothing, talked till dark, radio low, just a spark. I should've known by the way you stayed that leaving would come back one day. Now there's dust on my boots, your name on my mind. Every mile marker feels like a sign. I keep driving like I'll outrun the truth, but the road keeps leading back to you. If loving time. Years went by like passing town. Some I loved, some just slowed me down. I tried new starts, new neon lights, but none of them felt like home at night. I learned a man ain't meant to roam just to prove he can stand alone. Some hearts are built to wander free till they know what they need. I heard you stay, build a life. Sunday mornings, steady nights. Sometimes I wonder if you still think of me when the world gets still. I will knock on a closed door. I ain't asking for nothing more, just saying if you ever do, I'm still right here loving you. With dust on my boots, your name on my mind. Every mile marker feels like a sign. I keep driving like I'll outrun the truth, but the road keeps leading back to you. If loving you was wrong or right, I don't care, I choose it twice. Yeah, there's dust on my boots, your name on my mind. Every lonely road, every time. Goodbye, but freedom's just knowing why you left and what you lost, and the love that paid the cost. There's dust on my boots, your name on my mind. Sunset bleeding into the pines. I ain't running, I ain't confused, I just finally know the truth. If there's a chance, if there's a sign, I'll take it slow. I've got time, yeah, there's dust on my boots, your name on my mind, on every road till the end of time. I'll keep driving, but I know where my heart already goes. There's no fence leaning by the curb, paint peeled back, but it still holds firm. I learned to drive on that stretch of ground with shaking hands and the windows down. Mama waved from the front porch light, Daddy just nodded, said drive it right. I thought the world was waiting for me, didn't know some roads remember everything. I've crossed lines drawn in county maps, seen towns fade into railroad tracks. Some nights I slept in the driver's seat, some nights I prayed myself to sleep. I chased a life that looked brand new, left a lot of things that I once knew. But no matter how far I roam, that road still knows me like home. Yeah, that road still knows my name. Every wrong turn, every bit of pain. It's seen me run, it's seen me stay, heard my promises drift away. With dust on tires and hope worn thin, I always end up back again. Yeah, that road still knows me better than I do. I met a girl with a patient smile, loved me true for a little while. She said, boy, you don't have to go, believing's all I seem to know. I see her now in the grocery store, wedding ring and a life I lost. She don't hate me, she just moved on, like the road when the night is gone. some only teach you what to say. And if I ever get it right, it'll be on that road tonight. Yeah, that road still knows my name. Every wrong turn, every bit of pain. It's seen me run, it's seen me stay, heard my promises drift away. With dust on tires and hope worn thin, I always end up back again. Yeah, that road still knows me better than I do. Yeah, it always knew. There's a stretch of road near Old Route 10 where the radio cuts out now and then. No signs, no lights, no reason why. Just a place where the noise dies. I drive it slow, let the engine hum, like it's speaking where words won't come. Some truths don't need explaining, they just sit there waiting. I used to think every road led home if you drove it hard enough, long enough. But some roads don't turn around, they just fade into the ground. I said goodbye without a fight, thought love would understand in time. But love ain't built on maybe someday, it needs a man who's gonna stay. Some roads end in silence, no anger, no goodbye, just a feeling you can't outrun, no matter how hard you try. You don't hear her voice anymore, but you know what you lost for sure. Yeah, some roads end in silence, and you carry that sound your whole life. I don't curse the love we had, it was real and it wasn't bad, it just needed more than I could give. Back when I didn't know how to live, I see her smiling, passing cars, and sunset light and old guitar chords. Funny how the quiet things are the ones that always sting. Now do you measure life in smaller ways? Coffee cups and honest days. I don't run, I don't pretend, I just let the road decide when. If love comes back, I'll meet it slow, with open hands and a lighter load. But if it don't, I'll still be fine. I made peace with this heart of mine. Some roads end in silence, no anger, no goodbye, just a feeling you can't outrun, no matter how hard you try. You don't hear her voice anymore, but you know what you lost for sure. Yeah, some roads end in silence, and you learn how to live with the sound. You the sound. Yeah, live with the sound. The dirt road hums beneath my wheels, like it knows the weight I feel. Sunset bleeds through windshield glass, every mile tastes like the past. I learned to drive on borrowed time, hands on the wheel, heart offline. Mom away from the porch light glow. Didn't know what I didn't know. Yeah, the dust on the road knows me well. Every prayer I never could tell. It's been with me when I ran too fast, and when I learned some things don't last. If freedom's just another name for carrying love and carrying pain, then I've been free in ways untold. 'Cause the dust on the road knows my soul. Gas station coffee, midnight air, neon flickers like it cares. I traded nights for open sky, told myself I was getting by. Old songs hum from the dashboard dial, steel guitar cries every mile, like it's speaking words I couldn't say about the ones I drove away. Yeah, the dust on the road knows me well. Every prayer I never could tell. It's been with me when I ran too fast, and when I learned some things don't last. If freedom's just another name for carrying love and carrying pain, then I've been free in ways untold. 'Cause the dust on the road knows my soul. There's a town sign leaning toward the ground. Paint won't thin, letters sound like it's whispering you're still the same, even after all the change. I pull over, kill the engine sound, listen to the choir settle down. Sometimes peace don't feel like rest, it feels like finally confessing. If I ever make it back home whole, it won't be clean, but it'll be real. I'll lay my sins on a gravel road and let forgiveness turn the wheel. Yeah, the dust on the road knows my name. Every scar, every flame, it's seen me break and seen me try. Watch me learn how not to lie. If love's a road that don't end straight, then maybe detours were my fate. Still I'm thankful for what I know, that the dust on the road knows my soul. Yeah, the dust on the road knows me well. Knows the heaven, knows the hell, knows the hearts I couldn't hold, knows the stories never told. When my tires finally stop their rolling, I lay this restless soul. I'll go easy, I'll go whole, 'cause the dust on the road knows my soul. Sun dips low, shadows fall, night rolls in quiet and slow. I turn home with nothing to show but dust on the road and a light of soul. That kitchen light's the only one still on. The rest of the house has gone to dawn. Coffee's cold in a chipped white cup, like the night just didn't give up. Your chair's pulled out a little too far, like you meant to come back from the car. Clock ticks slow on the windowsill, every sound knows how to be still. That's the last light in the kitchen tonight, burning soft like it's scared of goodbye. If love's a thing that don't know when to quit, it's waiting here in the quiet of this. I ain't praying, I ain't asking why, just watching the dark learn how to cry under that last light in the kitchen, where the truth don't need to hide. Your apron hangs on a nail by the door. Smells like bread and something more. Radio low, an old sad song says the nights know when you're gone. We never talked about losing time, just lived it slow, line by line. Now the silence fills in the space where your voice used to take its place. That's the last light in the kitchen tonight, burning soft like it's scared of goodbye. If love's a thing that don't know when to quit, it's waiting here in the quiet of this. I ain't praying, I ain't asking why, just watching the dark learn how to cry under that last light in the kitchen, where the truth don't need to hide. If I turn it off, the night will know everything I ain't ready to let go. So I'll leave it on a little while, like love might walk back in and smile. That last light in the kitchen stays like a promise I ain't brave enough to break. Some things fade, some things stay, some hearts learn how to wait. When the morning finds its way inside, I'll face the truth in the daylight. Till then I'm standing still with the last light in the kitchen. Sun creeps in, bulb burns out, night gives up without a sound. But I'll remember what was written in the last light of the kitchen. This town ain't changed, but I sure did. Same red light, same courthouse bricks, name still carved on a locker door, like I never walked out before. I chase the sound of something more, neon dreams and open doors. But every mile I tried to run just showed me where I'm from. I lived my best years here in town, in borrowed trucks and hand-me-downs, in first loves that didn't last, but shaped me more than the past. If I ever learn what matters most, it's the things you leave but never lose. Yeah, I left my best years here, and Lord, I'm glad they stayed. Friday lights and cheap cologne, promises made we couldn't own. Your letter still inside a book says, don't forget the way we look. Time was slow, but we ran fast. Never thought the good would pass. Now silence hums like an old refrain, soft as joy, sharp as pain. I left my best years here in town, in borrowed trucks and hand-me-downs, in first loves that didn't last, but shaped me more than the past. If I ever learn what matters most, it's the things you leave but never lose. Yeah, I left my best years here, and Lord, I'm glad they stayed. If I lay down when the sun goes low, let my bones rest where the cotton grows, I'll be part of every wind and cheer that says he lived his best years here. I left my best years here behind, in honest days and simple times, where love was hard but it was true, and every dream felt new. When they lay me 'neath this clay, let the old town have its say. I left my best years here, and I wouldn't trade a thing. Church bells ring, evening clears, I tip my hat to younger years. Some lives leave, some stay near. I left my best years here. Dust gets soft on the hood of my car, turns every mile into who we are. Headlights hum like a low-key prayer, night smells like pine and worn out air. I ain't chasing nothing, I just letting go inch by inch of fight. Some hearts run, some hearts stay, mine just drives till the light turns gray. I got a heart that drives at dusk, when the road feels on, it's slow and just, when the past don't shout so loud, and forgiveness right shotgun out. If peace is something you can't rush, it finds you here between hope and dust. Yeah, I got a heart that drives at dusk, learning when to trust. Radio low, steel guitar cries, sounds like truth in a thin disguise. Every note bends just like me, trying to be what I used to be. I loved you hard, I loved you wrong, thought love was fast, thought pain was strong. Now I know what lasts the most is the things you hold when you let go. I got a heart that drives at dusk, when the road feels on, it's slow and just, when the past don't shout so loud, and forgiveness right shotgun out. If peace is something you can't rush, it finds you here between hope and dust. Yeah, I got a heart that drives at dusk, learning when to trust. There's a crossroads sign up ahead, paint's faded but the truth ain't dead. It says choose love or choose control. I slow it down, let the moment roll. Some answers come when you stop asking, someone's here without your hand in. I ain't fixed but I ain't alone, this road feels more like home. If I ever find my rest, it won't be where I tried my best, it'll be where I learn to stay when the light starts fading gray. I got a heart that drives at dusk, where love feels quiet, warm and just, where every mile forgives my past, teaches me how to last. When the stars come out one by one, I thank the road for what I've done. Yeah, I got a heart that drives at dusk, and finally trust enough. Night rolls in, engine hums, tomorrow waits, but I ain't running. I slow it down, breathe in the hush, with a heart that drives at dusk. That kitchen light's the only one still on. Rest of the house is gone to dawn. Coffee's cold in a chip white cup, like the night just didn't give up. Your chair's pulled out a little too far, like you meant to come back from the car. Clock ticks slow on the windowsill, every sound knows how to be still. That's the last light in the kitchen tonight, burning soft like it's scared of goodbye. If love's a thing that don't know when to quit, it's waiting here in the quiet of this. I ain't praying, I ain't asking why, just watching the dark learn how to cry under that last light in the kitchen, where the truth don't need to hide. Your apron hangs on a nail by the door, smells like bread and something more. Radio low, an old sad song says the nights know when you're gone. We never talked about losing time, just lived it slow, line by line. Now the silence fills in the space where your voice used to take its place. That's the last light in the kitchen tonight, burning soft like it's scared of goodbye. If love's a thing I don't know when to quit, it's waiting here in the quiet of this. I ain't praying, I ain't asking why, just watching the dark learn how to cry under that last light in the kitchen, where the truth don't need to hide. If I turn it off, the night will know everything I ain't ready to let go. So I leave it on a little while, like love might walk back in and smile. That last light in the kitchen stays like a promise I ain't brave enough to break. Some things fade, some things stay. Some hearts learn how to wait. When the morning finds its way inside, I'll face the truth in the daylight. Till then I'm standing still, with the last light in the kitchen. Sun creeps in, bulb burns out, and I guess one. I got an old guitar with 3 good strings, a rusted ring that don't mean things, pickup runs if you treat it kind, and a pocket watch that's losing time. I've seen rich men sleep alone, and poor folks make a house a home. Ain't learned much, but I learned enough. A man don't own much in this life. A man don't own much in this life, just the way he loves, the way he tries, the words he says when it's hard to stand, and the way he holds another's hand when the dirt's laid over his name. Only truth's what remains. A man don't own much, but what he gives away. I own my pride, it owned me back. Lost some nights I can't unpack. Said things sharp I couldn't take. Left a few hearts in my wake, but grace comes slow like summer rain. Teaches loss and what to change. If there's a lesson time can touch, it's a man don't own much. A man don't own much in this life, just the way he loves, the way he tries, the words he says when it's hard to stand, and the way he holds another's hand when the dirt's laid over his name. Only truth's what remains. A man don't own much, but what he gives away. If I'm remembered, let it be for showing up when I could leave, for staying soft in a world that's rough, for knowing a man don't own much. A man don't own much, that's true, but love's a debt worth seeing through. If I did right by a few, Lord, that'll do. Sun sets on my dust, let them say I earned their trust. A man don't own much, but he owns what he was. Crickets sing what words can't touch. I lay it down, this life and such. Knowing a man don't own much, hives up without a sound. But I'll remember what was written in the last light of the kitchen. Church bells fade down the county road. Dust settles soft like a story told. Your hand finds mine, no words needed. Faith don't rush, it's just belief. Sun through lace on a wooden floor. Coffee steam, screen door. World can wait, it always can. When I'm right here, a simple man. There's a Sunday quiet in your arms, stronger than hymns, softer than dawn. Every worry learns to rest when my head lays on your chest. If heaven never feels this near, I don't need answers, I don't need fear. There's a Sunday quiet, warm and true, when the world slows down with you. Old clock ticks like it's counting grace, every second in its place. Your breath moves slow like summer air, teaches me how to stay right here. I spent years trying to prove my worth, chasing noise in a restless world now. Silence feels like holy ground when your love's the only sound. There's a Sunday quiet in your arms, stronger than hymns, softer than dawn. Every worry learns to rest when my head lays on your chest. If heaven never feels this near, I don't need answers, I don't need fear. There's a Sunday quiet, warm and true, when the world slows down with you. If this is all this life can be, and Lord, it's more than enough for me. No grand parade, no perfect plan, just your hand in my hand. There's a Sunday quiet in your arms, where I'm safe from all the harm. Every prayer I couldn't say feels like it finally found its way. When the years turn silver and blue, I'll still wake up choosing you. In that Sunday quiet, old and new, I'll spend my life slowing down with you. Church bells gone, afternoon light, everything feels gently right. I close my eyes, the world disarms. And Sunday quiet in your arms.